What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So we're just taking a look at Vechain here, and as we can see, it does look as though it has had a really nice little reversal off the bottom that we did see recently. You can see here we did start to, basically we were looking for that fractal that we've been seeing for Bitcoin, where essentially, you've got your descending wedge that we saw for so many cryptos. A tale as old as time by now. Obviously, you can see here we come down in September with the ABC correction, followed by that last little overextension to the downside, which was our bullish divergence. As you can see here, RSI coming up, price action coming down, histogram obviously coming up as well, losing momentum to the downside on our daily time frame. We get the bounce, the breakout here. We come back up to this previous area of structure here, and we consolidate, and we start to see that fractal that we've been looking for Bitcoin, which is essentially where Bitcoin recently, it's come up, it's consolidated, it's broke the high of this descending wedge, the local descending wedge, come back and back tested and started to move on. This is the fractal that we've been looking for a lot of altcoins to follow, but currently we did see Vechain start to do this. It did have a bit of a breakout here, but then it seemed as though a lot of altcoins did start to bleed, and maybe a lot of money was rotating out of altcoins into Bitcoin, because you could see here with Vechain, it did start to have a nice little pump up here a few days ago. Essentially a week ago now, actually. It's amazing how time flies in the crypto space, isn't it? But you can see here, obviously, we come up to around, what was that, 12 cents? Basically to the top of this range here. The top of this range here, but then we actually got rejected. We come down and we get a little bit of a... we've got something going on like this, haven't we? Where we had a little bit of a fake out to the downside of this little range that we had. You can see here, really, really bullish. We obviously made a lot of structure here. We come down, we double bottom out. We come back up into the range, consolidate. We tried to break the top of the range, get rejected. We roll over. We come back down to that psychological support, as we said, at around 10 cents. We do think that's a place you could put some cheeky bids, because it does seem likely that, this is a strong area of support at 10 cents, a very, very strong psychological support. Also, actually, reinforced by the Fibonacci retracement here. You can see when you actually come down into this area here, you've also got the 038 Fibonacci retracement of the local move, so very, very strong confluence for a bounce in that area. And you can see the fake out to the downside actually, it worked a treat, didn't it? Because you can see here we come back, we wicked back up inside of our range, and over the past few days we've actually pumped up from around 10.5 cents back up to the top of the range at around almost 12.5 cents here. So a nice little pump for Vechain of around, what was this, 16% over the past few days. So pretty clear that there's a decent amount of demand for Vechain still. As we said, the longer that things go on, with it being basically underperforming in the market, because let's make no mistake about it, it has been underperforming from what people have expected, including ourselves. But we do think the longer that this goes on, the more chance of that really, really crazy rip that we're looking for. And as we've said before, it does look as though this fractal here is looking fairly similar to what we saw here, where basically you had the big pump up like this, and then you have the sell off, sell off, sell off. You come down to the bottom of the macro trend, you come up, you have one last retest of the low, and then you really take off into the next run. You can see here we took off just like we did here. This is looking just like this, as you can see quite clearly in our opinion. These looking very, very similar. You basically have, your big sell off again. You come down, you test the bottom of your macro trend line, you get the bounce to the upside, and then you do start to get that pickup and basically head into that next wave to the upside, which we could be looking for the end of the bull run, which would be obviously very, very nice to see. So overall, obviously Vechain has been underperforming, but it is still holding support very nicely, looking for continuation. And we do think that, if we do start to see Bitcoin continuing to head up, we're probably going to be seeing altcoins dragged up as well. There's a lot of money flowing into the market right now. I do think we're reaching potentially almost an all-time high for the overall market cap of crypto again. So pretty clear that a lot of money is flowing back into the market. And if that's the case, then we're going to be looking at some very, very nice price targets for Vechain in our opinion. So we'll keep things short and sweet. Vechain obviously picking up off the lows here, looking very bullish indeed. And we are expecting continuation of this kind of trend over the next few weeks if the market continues to rally. So if we do see Vechain rolling over again, then obviously the bottom of this range you would expect to be strong support by now at 10.5 cents, and then you do have that very strong psychological support of 10 cents along with the 0.38 Fibonacci retracement here. You would expect if you put some cheeky bids in this area, you would get a bounce to the upside. Very strong confluence for a bounce there. You can see we've reclaimed our EMAs as well, very bullish to see. And then obviously taking a look to the upside, we do want to see ourselves breaking out of that 12.5 cent level, going upwards of that 618 at around 14.5 cents there would be our next short-term price target, getting back up to some of these swing highs that we've seen recently, and obviously breaking the top of this local descending wedge and back testing it along with the 618 would be super bullish for continuation. So those would be our short-term price predictions if we do see Vechain starting to move to the upside. And then of course we do still think 50 cents to $1 for Vechain, very possible. That's only a 2 to 4x from the all-time high. Very achievable in our opinion. Obviously a top quality project, massively undervalued in our opinion, considering they have a real world product that is actually getting used currently, and you know, it's been underperforming recently, so we are expecting quite a decent pump for it pretty soon. So that's it guys, we'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalist.